The prophecies from Mari frequently relate to state security and the king's welfare. Many letters predict that the king will overcome his enemies or warn him against taking a bad course of action. Some of the prophecies refer to the alliance of Mari with the kingdom of Eshnunna. Several prophets objected to this pact. They argued that the inhabitants of Eshnunna were not real peace seekers. The king, Zimri-Lim, seems to have exhibited a great interest in these prophecies. In one letter, he explicitly commands an official to report every prophecy delivered in his territory. Here is a report of such a prophecy, authored by one of the king's officials.
Lupachim, prophet of Dagan, arrived here from Tutul and transmitted a message to the king from the god. Wherever you go, joy will always find you. Battering ram and siege tower will be given to you, and they will travel by your side. They will be your companions. To me he spoke, what if the king, without consulting God, will engage himself with the man of Eshnunna? This is the message Lupachim spoke to me. Afterwards, on the following day, a prophetess of Dagan of Turkey came and spoke to me. Beneath straw, water runs. They keep on sending you messages of friendship. They even send their gods to you. But in their hearts they are planning something else. The king should not take an oath without consulting God. She demanded a lachurim garment and a nose ring, and I gave them to her. The report of the words that she spoke to me I have hereby sent to my lord. Let my lord consider the matter and act in accordance with his great majesty.
The official reports the words of a prophet and prophetess that reached him within the space of one day. Both prophets adopted a militaristic tone. They assure the king of victory over Eshnunna and advise him not to make an alliance with this kingdom without consulting the god. One of the prophecies contains a popular idiom or proverb, beneath straw water runs. The prophetess compares the conduct of the Eshnunna kingdom to straw floating on water. The straw hides the flow of the water and misleads the observer into thinking that there is firm ground beyond it. The crosser thus loses his footing. In other words, Eshnunna cannot be trusted. At the end of his report, the official reports that he paid the prophetess the fee she requested. The prophetess delivered the same prophecy on 2 other occasions. Another letter quotes her words as follows.
The peacemaking of the man of Eshnunna is false. Beneath straw, water runs. I will gather him into the net that I knot. I will destroy his city, and I will ruin his wealth, which comes from time immemorial.
Several details of this prophecy recall biblical prophecies. First, the prophecy addresses the political situation of the time. This issue was also central to biblical prophecy. Biblical prophets frequently referred to current policy and approved or disapproved of political alliances. Examples of such prophecies are scattered throughout the Bible. Here is one example. In Isaiah 30, the prophet warns against an alliance with Egypt.
O disloyal children, says the Lord, taking counsel, but not of me, and weaving schemes, but not of my spirit, thereby piling sin on sin, who walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to seek refuge with Pharaoh's stronghold, strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to seek shelter in the shadow of Egypt.
Isaiah reproves the people for making an alliance with Egypt without consulting God, just as the Mari prophetess cautions the king against allying himself with Eshnunna without consulting the prophet. Mari prophecies are relatively simple in style. They lack the high language and the poetic richness of biblical prophecy. Perhaps this style reflects the original prophecy. But it is also possible that the extant text is a simplified paraphrase composed by an official who was more interested in the prophecy's political implications than in its literary value. Yet, several examples of literary language occur in the Mari letters. Two examples appear in the letters we have just noted: the image of the straw floating on water and the metaphor of the net. The floating straw image is somewhat similar to a famous biblical idiom. Rav Shakeh, the Assyrian messenger to Judah, employs a similar metaphor to support his claim that Judah should not make an alliance with Egypt.
See, you are relying upon that broken reed of the staff, on Egypt, whereon if a man leans it will go into his hand and pierce it. Such is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all who rely on him.
Like the straw floating on water, the broken reed serves as a metaphor for a shaky political alliance. The alliance may appear solid, but it cannot be trusted. The net metaphor is also paralleled in various biblical prophecies.